All right, so we got a quick project. I'll take a look at. I have tried and tried and tried and tried to find another fan shroud for my little work truck. You can't find these trucks in the junkyard anymore. I don't know why. I see them running all over, but apparently they're so good, they're staying on the road. So I guess I'm gonna have to fix the fan shroud I got. So let's get into it. All right, so I've had this plastic welding kit in and around my shop for, I don't know, 5 years. It was given to me. So a while back, I had an old soldering iron when I was first did the cylinder head work to this truck, and I took a soldering iron and I tacked the crack back together. What didn't work out great, as you can see, and it eventually cracked again. So I thought I would actually try to break out this plastic welding kit and see what it's all about. Never used it before, so let's see how it works. All right, I've had the iron preheating for about 5 minutes. Touched it over here in a little spot to see. Yep, it's hot enough to start melting. So I've got the crack set up where it's mostly closed up. So let's see if I can kind of get it to tack back together. Doesn't take long. That baby's hot. Move fast, I know that. Okay, that seems to have it tacked together. Kit comes with these filler rods. So let's see if we can work this crack. You're smooth in there. Didn't take long, you'll have a big old hole, I know that. But what I did is I held up from the backside with this protector, pushed it all back into place, and then smoothed it out. So keep on going down this crack here. It's really hard right here on the end of this crack. It's not pretty by any means. At least I'm not making it pretty. Let's see if we can ink this hole up right here and then put some filler in it. Run that up just a little bit. Put some of the rod in it. All right, let's let that cool off, and then we'll flip it over and look and see how it looks on the other side. Well, it doesn't look as bad on this side as I expected. It's a little rough, and you can see where the plastic melted and kind of worked itself together. It's definitely hooked back together. I think I'm going to work this side. Don't know if I need any filler rod. I'm just going to try to run the iron flat across it and see if I can just smooth it out a little bit. I'm not really sure what you're supposed to do to get the excess off. We're just going to scrape it. Just don't touch it. It's coming along pretty nice. I'm not mad at it. Just try to smooth it down. Stinks, I know that. Fills in nicely. Running across the backside, smoothing it out, filling it in. There we go. I'm not mad at that at all. I mean, that's fixed. It's not the prettiest in the world, but what they say you can do is come back across it and hit it with some 80 grit paper and smooth it down. I'm sure if you played around with it some more, you could get better at it. But for my old work truck, all I need is functional. And ran across it both sides, and she's nice and firm. So guess we'll get her reinstalled. All right, fan shroud's back in and secure. 4 was just flopping around, and this gap was opening up. That's fixed. I'm pleased with that. Not exactly sure what these cost now, but they're probably still 20 bucks or less for a welding kit for plastic. They come with a ton of these little plastic welding rods, wire brush, I guess some wire mesh if you need to reinforce something that's a little more flimsy. Let's see if I can find the one here. Here's the comparison. I did all of that long crack, and that's all I used of one rod. So rods go a long way. I'll show you this. This came with it. This guy was moving and cleaning out his shop, and he had this laying around, and I had come over to help him move out, clean up, and he gave me this. And these are a Harbor Freight item. It's additional welding rods for different types of plastics. So not familiar with this stuff. Maybe one day I'll get into it if I find some more broken plastic that I need to try to mend. But what this says is it comes with PVC rods. You've got PP rods, and the PP rods are polypropylene, and it comes with white rods, and those are ABS plastic. So I've always understood that bumpers are ABS plastic, I think. I know there's some kind of plastic, but I could see this little iron coming in pretty handy and being able to possibly stitch up a small place that got torn. For what I have invested in it, I'm well pleased. So if you're like me and you had a piece of plastic that you can't find a new one of, and it's pretty important on that fan shroud, well, there's you an option to go out and try to fix it yourself. Thanks for coming by the Real World Garage. And until next time, why don't you go watch another one of my videos coming on the screen right now.